The information I'm about to share with you is well worth over $5,000. Now, that's a pretty big claim, and I'm probably not the first pretty boy online who you've heard shouting out claims like this. But the truth is that I've done it myself. I've scaled an OFM agency myself, so I know exactly what's needed throughout the whole journey, step by step. I know what you need to correct and what you don't need to do. So this is just going to condense down what you actually need to be doing compared to what you don't need to be doing. And it's going to be walked through in terms of the roadmap that we take our OFM consulting students through in order to scale up their OFM agency as quickly as possible. So to get into this, we're just going to do some color coding real quick. So blue represents review feedback. So we have a customer hub workplace, and that every time a student does some work, they submit the work into the actual custom hub workspace. So this is just so we can actually keep track of it, make sure they've done X, Y, and Z, and making sure that it's up to a good standard. If it's not, we'll go through there, we'll revise it, and we'll send it back to you. As well as that, we also keep track. So we want to see the agency dashboard link. So how well your agency is doing. We can keep track of the exact KPI growth rate of your agency. We also have systems when it comes to setting up the outreach OS. And pink represents the done for you element. So yellow is done with, pink is done for you. So we'll actually craft a DM script. Our team will build custom DM scripts. So we're just going to walk through this real quickly. So we start off, progress to starting, and we go through unit 1, which is setting up agency foundations. So it's a step-by-step roadmap. You go through it. Once you've go through it, you upload your notes to the customer hub. And we set the progress to 1.1. Go through the community structure, making sure that you know how to get the most out of the community that we have of A-star OFM agencies. Next, we go through the foundational agency assets. That's stuff like setting up your agency OS, so the hub where you keep track of all your agency operations, and uploading your agency assets as well, and having that agency dashboard set up within the agency OS so we can keep track of your agency growth rate and we can check in on you and see how it's doing. Then we go to U2. U2 is model recruitment system. So crafting the offer, you'll fill out an offer creation worksheet. We'll actually go and review it and refine it. Building the agency website. Again, you have all these resources to help you along with it. Creating a wireframe, we'll review that. Setting up social profiles, again, we'll review the socials. Then we go through, we craft the DM script for you. Don't have to worry about figuring out DM script. We perfected it, so we offer that as a service. We help you do that. Setting up the outreach OS, so how we're managing the targeted mass scale outreach to models is through the outreach OS system, and we give you we install that and build that for you, and we give you a link so you can access that. And then we have outreach virtual assistant placement, so we'll actually source a virtual assistant into your agency to do the outreach for you, and they're already trained on the offer, the script, the OS sheet. All you need to do is implement it, and again, you pretty much had to do very little work to have a fully functioning model recruitment system that will sign models anywhere from 5K a month to 20K a month. Then we go to unit 3, onboarding system. Very simple, going through the process of implementing the contract setup, onboarding workflow, client folder creation. So exactly how you can get started with a professional onboarding system. Then we go through to U4, the promotional system. So the strategy consultation, promotional campaign testing worksheet. So we're constantly testing out the worksheet and implementing on that. We create a promotional campaign for you. You go ahead and implement it. And of course, along the journey, we give you a $3 virtual assistant promotional specialist. So these are promotional specialists in terms of Reddit, in terms of Twitter, in terms of dating apps. Depending on the strategy consultation that we come up with for your model, we initiate a plan for that. And we look at KPIs, are you achieving 50 plus subscribers a day? Next, we go down to U5, which is the model management system. Very similar process, strategy consultation, account campaign testing worksheet, account campaign creation. So that's stuff like optimizing pay-per-view, wall feed, chatting. We source a $3 an hour virtual assistant chatter and has internal training that gets sent over to you. And are you achieving 50 plus subscribers a day? So in terms of, are you getting subscribers? Are they converting? Then we set progress to complete. So it's a very simple workflow that we push all our consulting students through. And through this, you'll build infrastructures that will set you up for life. You'll always have a predictable way to get models, to onboard models, to manage, promote models, and to manage them as well. And once you've got a predictable system to do all that, your money is then in your hands. You can then change your income to as much as you want by onboarding more models, upping the promotional systems we've got in place, upping the management systems you've got in place, and then you can make a 50K a month OFM agency. Now, the key difference between us and everyone out there is that time and time again, I hear people saying, I paid for a course, I didn't get much value from it. I got more value from your free content on YouTube. And that's because the free content on YouTube is basically just us giving out course stuff. I don't believe in courses personally. Where I've personally got my value has been from direct mentorship and accountability. So having an infrastructure to implement along with mentorship on how to implement that infrastructure and accountability to implementing that infrastructure is very simple, because the only difference between someone making 2K a month compared to someone making 50K a month is knowledge. The person making 50K a month has different knowledge, and what I've done is I'll put that into an infrastructure system to help you guys implement this knowledge as quickly as possible, introducing leverage so you can actually quickly implement it without having to reading 100 plus books to get this knowledge. And essentially just implement it. We keep constant feedback, so we're basically checking up on you. We know exactly what stepping stone you're at, so how to get you to the next stage, and you just work through it. So if this is something that interests you, then book in a call with myself and we'll walk through how you can go about building the infrastructures that we've already got in place, installing it into your agency, and us keeping you accountable to doing that to make 50K a month within 90 days. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.